People always say love is the best thing that can happen to a person, like the ultimate goal, the reason for everything. But the weird part is, no one can actually explain what it is. I mean, sure, the dictionary says it's an intense feeling of deep affection, but that doesn't really help, does it? Anyone who's actually been in love knows it's way more confusing than that. Love isn't simple, it's not clean, and it definitely doesn't make sense. It can make you incredibly happy and at the same time completely miserable. Sometimes you feel like you're floating, and the other time it feels like you're doing something really stupid and you know it, but you'll do it anyway. That's the part I don't get. How can something so good sit right next to something so painful? Love is supposed to be the opposite of hate. But honestly, they feel way closer than we admit. One wrong moment, one misunderstanding, one bad day, and suddenly the emotions flips. That alone should tell us love isn't rational. Even the most logical people fall in love and then do things they normally judge someone else for. And here's another strange thing. You can still like someone, but still love them. That doesn't fit into any neat definition. If love were just affection, that wouldn't happen. So clearly, it's something deeper, something messier. Okay, so try this. Think about the person you love the most. Now ask yourself why. Really why. You can list things like they are kind, or they understand me, or like they have been there for me. But now think of someone else you like a lot, but don't love. Chances are many of the reason overlap. So what is the difference? Is it time? Because that doesn't make sense either. We all know people we have known for years and still don't love. And sometimes love happens way faster than it should. So it's not logic. So if it's not logic and not time and not even clear reasons, then what is it? Maybe that's the point. You don't build love. You don't calculate it. You fall into it. And falling never makes sense. When was the last time you tripped and thought, yeah, that checks out? You don't. You look around, confused, trying to figure out what just happened. Even when nothing is there. That's what love feels like. You spend months, sometimes years, trying to understand it. Why you feel this way? Why this person? Why now? And the most of the time, there's no clear answer. Another way I think about it is like color. You can explain blue to someone who is never seen, like who is blind, like someone blind. You can talk around it, compare it to things, describe how it feels, but they won't really get it until they experience it themselves. Love is the same. You can explain to someone who hasn't felt it, but you also wouldn't want to live in a world without it. Just like you wouldn't want a world without color. And maybe we are too focused on trying to understand love when we should just be noticing it. Because love isn't perfect in a clean way. It's perfect because it's imperfect. The person you love isn't perfect either. And that's not something you ignore. It's something you accept. Sometimes it's even the reason you love them in the first place. Just like people, love isn't one size fits all. It changes, it evolves, it looks different for everyone. There is no correct way to do it. You can have it and lose it. You can hold on to it or let it slip away. And no amount of intelligence, age, or experience make you immune to it. Love contradicts itself all the time and somehow still works. Maybe that's why it's the one thing we all have in common. That's why it's the one thing we all have in common. Not the same love, not the same story, but the same confusion. And honestly, there is something kind of comforting in that. What do you think?